And we're back to learning Affinity in the year, day 4. Let me show you how you can create a new document. You can do so by clicking on See More, or click on this greenish plus sign. On the left you have the presets, and on the right the basic functions to create a document from scratch, and you can see it changes depending on the preset that you pick. Let us just roll with, for example, a YouTube thumbnail size to have 80 x 720 right here. You can also create your own presets by clicking on this button. Let's go over the parameters, document units. Mostly pixels is what you need, but you can also pick inches, millimeters, and for example points. A DPI, this might not be that common, but is simply an abbreviation for dots per inch. So how many pixels are packed into an inch. For screens and web UI, 72 should be totally fine. Sometimes people use up to 96, but for print it should be higher. So when you want to create print work, then go up to 300. Page width and height, it depends on the unit that you pick under the document, and you can link it, so that keeps the aspect ratio, or unlink it. The actual size zoom, this controls what 100% zoom means on your screen. Just keep it to default. For the color format, RGB 8 should be what you need, especially when you create social media designs. So as I've said, thumbnails for example. For print though, you want to switch to CMYK, and if you want to have grayscale, that's also available. Color profile is something different though, but by default stick to sRGB, the safest for web and for example YouTube. The CMYK profiles though, they depend a little bit on what you need, so what specific print job is being asked, but that is usually something that you find in the printer preset, and when you just design stuff, this is what the guys who print it for you are going to tell you. As I said, stick to sRGB if you're creating web stuff, social media designs. You can make the background transparent. If it's off, background will be white. You can add artboards. This is somewhat connected to multi-page. So if you check one of these, the other one will be grayed out. If you have multiple artboards, you simply have more than one canvas, and you can also structure that in multi-pages. Image placement, you can have that embedded or linked. I would recommend using embedded. You can also import the text files as a linked. I keep that unchecked usually. Preserve text styles. When you already have styles implemented in text that you import, well then definitely check this one. As I've said, we have the multi-page here. You can add more than one page. Then margins. This is kind of like a border that you can add to top, left, right, bottom. And the same functionality has the bleed, but the bleed is more for the printing. So mostly when something gets printed, there's also a cut involved, and this way you need a bleed. This is usually to ensure that nothing is cut from your design or whatever you've created. So the bleed is mostly a print. So the bleed is mostly necessary for print. Finally, here we have the drawing scale, and that is important for technical drawings, maybe architecture, map drawing, stuff like that. And you can set what one unit in your document means compared to real life. Pretty sure you know that for maps. So 1 to 10, 1 centimeter on your document would be 10 then in real life. You can set that here. If you're doing graphic design web stuff for YouTube, you can just ignore this and have it unchecked. But if not, you can also set the readout units here. Once you've got your settings done, simply confirm via create document. Once again, most importantly here is width and height. Set the DPI to 72 if it isn't, RGB as a color, format and profile as RGB, but that should be active by default. Document size should be pixels, and then you can simply confirm. If it isn't what you wanted, just click the X, the little one here in the tab. You can now click on the A to get back to the home menu, click on plus sign to create a new document, or just go to File, New, and there's also a way to access this new document option. I hope this video was helpful, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.